So I'm a mom of three twice exceptional kiddos. And so we've been on ESA since 2020, back when there weren't many people on it compared to what it is now. And because of ESA, we actually found out our son is autistic and he has a PDA profile of autism, which is not as well known. And the reason why we pursued that is because we were having to pay for OT out of pocket. And so ESA has been such a blessing for our family. And so my background is I started Raising Kids with Purpose as a blog back in 2017. And then I was a photographer before that. And then I went and started working with Prenda, which is one of the largest micro school providers in the country. And I worked for them for 4 years and loved it. I was the EA to the CEO. And then I also got to co-host their podcast, got to meet so many people in this space, in the school choice space. We worked with lobbyists and we're really part of the overall narrative of school choice and all the ESA programs in all the states. So it's super exciting to see that Texas finally passed. And so we worked really closely with all the different states. And so then I had left there last January, decided to start Raising Kids with Purpose as a coaching program. And I am a certified parent coach. And then this year I speak all across the valley. So I'm located in Surprise. And I speak and I kept getting asked, well, can you work with kids too? Can you work with kids too? And can you accept ESA? And so in March, I launched the Purpose Learning Program. And so it's a dedicated SEL program. And so I do have a parent coaching component to it, but it's optional if they want to do those sessions because, ESA will just pay for the working with the student, but they get everything in their portal. So it comes with it. And so because of what a lot of you guys are saying, it's really important that we're supporting the parent and the child, because a lot of times when a kid gets a diagnosis, it's like, here's ABA, here's OT, here's all these things for the child. And then the parent is left not feeling supported and they're completely in burnout. And so that's the bridge that I provide. And I'm seeing, oh my gosh, so much transformation. I attract parents who are raising kids who don't, aren't necessarily like compliant and that traditional methods of parenting are not working for. And so the impulse control, I mean, some of them are neurodivergent, some of them just are highly sensitive. And so the consequences, rewards, and punishments, and all of those things don't work for. And so what I'm doing is we're helping build these skills, why they can't behave. So we build those skills and we do it all through play. I'm a huge, huge proponent of play. So we work on naming and understanding emotions, coping skills. We understand the brain, learning how to read social skill or social cues, building empathy, communication. So it's basically what you would get in a public school with an SEL program, but it's one-on-one, very personalized, and it's a lot of fun because we get to play like the whole time. So right now I am building out a curricula that is for ages 5 to probably 11-ish. And then I have a teen program. I have two teen students. They're based out in Gilbert. And so I have two teens going through it, and then I have, I think, 7 other students, and this is without marketing it yet. So I'm still, like I said, building it out and figuring out what works. And then I am serving kids. I do prefer to meet in person, so I'll travel anywhere in the West Valley, Phoenix, or I do have some families out in the East Valley that will meet in between. And so pretty much valley-wide, but I do have 2 students that live up in Prescott Valley, so we do that virtually, but they are able to do it virtually. Some, students, it's really hard to do virtual. And really, I serve any child who struggles with listening. If they struggle with emotional regulation, connection, anything from that they're aggressive, they have really, really big behaviors that the adults around them don't know what to do about. And so I really lean in heavy with connection and emotional regulation. And so really what makes my program unique is that it's just not a generic program like with a bunch of worksheets. I really personalize it and help build real skills through connection. And also I've lived it. My middle son, who's twice exceptional, he probably would have a laundry list of diagnoses, to be honest. And he proudly wears it. He tells everyone that he's autistic. He loves being autistic. And but we've had some really, really challenging behaviors over the years, to the point where I was calling crisis, not knowing what else to do. So I've lived this, and we now, I mean, he is has connected to that frontal lobe of his, and he's 14 now. And oh my gosh, compared to last summer to this summer, because puberty really, really rocked his world. So the EF coach, like, I can't wait to connect with like your program. There's so many amazing people in here that I can't wait to connect with. So that's what makes it different too, is I've lived it. And I'm living it alongside these parents. And then outside of that, I do have a full parent coaching program. It's 6 months long. And then I do professional development, and I do free parent workshops and micro schools. And micro schooling, I just went to a micro school retreat. That's still part of my world as well.